So we back with another video. Today we got y'all more with NBA 2K26 news. Now today we're gonna be doing a lot of stuff from Community Day. The MyCareer trailer dropped today. We kind of know how the rest of this week gonna go for the news, and we're gonna be able to give y'all sneak peeks of how and what we can be looking forward towards NBA 2K26. Now I'm also be correcting some things that I kind of misspoke on a little bit, but also acknowledge some other things in this video. If y'all do want more of the NBA 2K26 news, y'all want all the NBA 2K26 vids when the game actually is out, make sure to like, make sure to get notifications on, all that good stuff out the way. Subscribe if you're new. Further ado though, let's go ahead and hop into the video, man. No more talking. Alright, so first things first, let's go ahead and acknowledge this one. Now I've seen a lot of people in the comments talking about Rec. I don't think I've seen anybody in the comments that actually cared about Stage. I thought Stage would be the one that people was so mad about, but I guess Rec does have a huge. That's what I've played the most for a little minute now. But I want to acknowledge this. I wasn't saying that I don't want Rec. Like I said, I play Rec a lot, but I'm saying like I'm not too surprised if they do get rid of Rec, is what I meant to say. But I kind of was speaking fast. But right here, Pregame Jordan, he tweets out. Now, this is not confirmed, by the way. This is just something that he heard from two people. He wasn't there. He heard this from two people supposedly that was there. He could be trolling. Like I said in the previous video, we don't know if any of these people are trolling or not. But Pregame Jordan, he is known as a Stage player. And he said, not going to say no names, but two people told me there's no Stage in NBA 2K26 or Rec. Now, somebody in the comments of the City video actually had a really good idea. Now, I responded to it, and they said, what, like, if you've seen how they kind of are promoting that there's a City Park, the new City Park. It's not called the City this year, it's called the City Park. And he said, if they're actually going with a record park, think about it like this. Kind of like the Drew League, the record park, a lot of that stuff can be looked at as pro-am. It's 5v5. But I responded and said, what if they're replacing the Rec? You know, it used to be called the Jordan Rec, and then it was called the Rec. What if they're replacing that with the record park? That's all I was saying. So, we'll see. I think that's a really good idea. But he was saying, what if they're replacing pro-am with the record park? Because that's kind of like a pro-am league that a lot of NBA players will go and play in the offseason and stuff like that. But yeah, I just had to make sure we covered that early in this video because it was covered in the last two. Alright, now we have the embargo dates. Now, this is actually pretty important because this was something that they showcased at the event. Embargo dates. Now, as of right now, we are on the 20th and we got the MyCareer news. Now, we had got that confirmed late yesterday and we got the trailer early today. But I don't know when this video is coming out. This may not even be coming out the same day MyCareer news came out. But they still got to give us my NBA news. So I'm guessing that's coming out 21st. Whether that's when this video is dropping or the day after this video is dropping. But we got MyPlayer, MyCourt. We're going to go over some of the videos that we can kind of expect throughout these 2 days. Like I seen Joe Knows is going to have a very interesting video to come out. But for the most part, we got My Team Play Now Learn 2K. So that's going to be like real raw gameplay, and then we actually get to see gameplay with people actually using their animations, what we're gonna also get into in this video. So I think people actually was able to really test the game. Now the only thing I'll say about the community day stuff, I don't really understand why they do it so late, because the feedback that they're giving them, they can't really fix the game if there's something actually really broken. But okay, alright, so here NBA 2K gave a mic to Ty Lil, and he instantly started saying everything that needs to be fixed with the game. Lower the VC prices. Alexis Morgan steps out of the camera. Okay, so we're gonna look at this real quick. This is a minute long. I'm not gonna watch this whole thing, but I just want y'all to see this just real quick.
I'm gonna be the voice for y'all, chat. What changes do 2K need to make? Ronnie, chat is crazy because Ronnie's standing right behind the camera, but he don't want to be shown.
Okay.
Yes. Lower the.
But look at how she even reacting right now. I don't know why the quality's so low, but. Okay, but look at how she already reacting. She already know what's gonna happen.
VC prices, goddamn!
I think I gotta step out of that one.
Nah, no. 2K, lower the VC prices. add on Fire NBA Jam, make defense better, take out the side steals, and add me.
Okay, well, I thought he was gonna go even crazier, but lower VC prices. She was already nervous before he said that. As soon as she heard that, that's like a command word. She had to get up out of there. But okay, I don't know how important that really is. I'm not gonna cap, but hopefully that is actually something that does happen. We shall see. All right, now here, let's get into some actual real stuff that came from the community day. Animations could be changed in MyPlayer Builder this year at NBA 2K26 Community Day. Now, if you know, when it comes to, usually they would just test these builds and they could make the builds, but they couldn't really edit the animations and stuff like that. This year, in the builder, you can test your builds based off the animations you want to put on, and in the builder, you can test you can make your builds based off the badges you want to put on instantly. So they kind of already had that, or you kind of already had that in previous games with the badges, but it's a lot simpler. It's a lot more quality of life to do so for both. But this year, when they actually was able to test the game this year, they were actually able to go against each other and test out their builds and stuff like that with the actual animations. So that's pretty interesting. This is the first time you can actually blame us at Community Day if the game is bad. This is the first year that we actually got to use custom animations when using our MyPlayer. Now, this doesn't mean that they knew the exact best animations in the game as well, so it's actually interesting. But they actually did get to test out the build with more capabilities than ever is basically what they're supposed to say. So we're gonna get into a lot of stuff that they were saying about the dribbling and the gameplay, but I just wanted to make sure that this was covered early in this because that is kind of important. All right, now here, now this is actually pretty big build news. MyPlayer Builder for NBA 2K26 Visual Concepts Dev team said this: speed ball potential cannot be higher than your speed potential. So say for instance, have y'all ever went on a build and you raise the speed ball and the speed will be like 5 off? This year, speed goes up at the exact same time as the speed ball. So if you have an 85 speed ball, you have an 85 speed if you're upgrading speed ball. But look at this. This can be interpreted as exactly what I said for speed going up with speed ball. But speed ball does not go up the same as speed. So if you have an 80 speed and you're not really changing your speed ball, it's not gonna weigh the same as if you're weighing going up with speed ball. So if you're a person that really do care about speed ball in your build, make sure you put in that because your speed is gonna also be linked to that. But if you're a person that's like, maybe you just need your speed, you're not really tripping on speed ball, maybe you're a lock, maybe you're big, you're gonna wanna do it more so speed first and not even touch a speed ball. So this is actually important news for when people are making their builds. Alright, now this one was actually pretty interesting to go alongside the pregame Jordan tweet when it comes to the park. With some of the game modes that they were saying that are not going to be in the game. But let's get into it. Mike Wayne said this about fix for NBA 2K26. Now you can read this before I get into it, but let's look at what he actually is replying to. Alright, so I got the full thing up. Besides gameplay being great on 2K26, I also want events to be good again. High rollers back in stage. Access to all animations day one. Latency better than 25 and custom shirts back. Okay, so you've seen all that. The small things matter, Mike Wayne. Anything you can share to get us more excited. You know how the ball would get stuck on the back iron, sit there for a couple seconds, then a magic wind could come along and push it off? The physics team fixed that. So out of all the stuff he just said, he ain't respond to nothing. Only thing he really was responding to was the small things matter thing, and he responded this. So take that for what you will. Alright, next, now we are going to react to the MyCareer trailer in this video. I don't know if I put it in the beginning or I don't know if I'm going to put it at the end, but the reaction to it is going to be in this video. Now, it did leak. I made sure not to watch it, but I did record myself watching it so that when I did do the video. So I did get a real raw first reaction to it. Now, it does seem it's like a movie though. It does. Excellent green jump shot from the MyCareer trailer for NBA 2K26. So now, another thing I do before we keep moving, green went up pretty big on jump shots. I did notice that. Now, we don't know what difficulty he's playing. We also did see Mike Wayne talk about when you're on that higher difficulty, that green one are going to be much smaller than certain difficulties. But anything all starting up this year is green or miss. So just wanted to make sure that's covered. All right, next. Now this was a big talking point last year going into Community Day, or even getting out of Community Day, like the Sim Nation versus the Dribblehead stuff. Statistic is supposedly like a Dribblehead guy, and he pretty much said this after playing NBA 2K26 early at Community Day. Sim Nation. Now, if you don't know what Sim Nation is more so realism. People that try to like bring in real life stuff to 2K or play like in real life, not try to be as cheesy, I guess. My take on the whole argument, I just want a game that's fun. If the game is realistic and fun, I'm cool. If the game isn't realistic but it's still fun, I'm cool. I just want a game that's fun. I think sometimes you can make a game that's realistic and fun, but if you go too far realistic, it can kind of like blur the line. It's hard to really blur the lines on that, in my opinion. So I think there has to be a balance, but I never really got the full beef between the two, to be honest, of the Sim Nation versus the Dribbleheads, to be real. Like it was at a one point where they was finna play prom against each other and stuff like that. That fell through, but yeah, I never really got that. Personally. Alright, now if you looked at my last video, Juice Man was in it talking about how difficult the builder was. Now we're gonna get a little bit better explanation here. Juice said this about the NBA 2K26 MyPlayer builder. Now here we get the full tweet. NBA 2K26 Community Day. Good vibes as always. Can't wait to see how these builds feel online versus real people with all types of builds. Now you can read that into it as he's saying they may not been able to play against each other, but I think they were able to play against each other in my court. But I think what he's more so saying is there's a lot of versatility within the builder. You can read this as maybe he didn't play against people. Maybe he did play against people. They just didn't have a lot of different builds, because obviously when people have a lot, like literally have a game, they have unlimited time to make as many builds as they really want. So it could be read in, that could be read into a lot of ways. But the builder is overwhelming at first. Then you get used to it. So yeah, like I said, this was a dude that was saying the builder it feel a little complicated, but here he's saying it's overwhelming at first, but you get used to it. So yeah, I'm interested at that. All right, so let's hop into this one. Chamoma said this about playing NBA 2K26 early at Community Day. Some stuff definitely getting patched, nerfed before release. Not gonna lie, some stuff OD. Now I'm not. We're gonna get into more stuff like this about stuff getting patched, nerfed. I'm not gonna lie. I do think that there's some stuff that be a little too crazy that may get patched and nerfed. But I do think that there is something that, like, if we really patch and nerfing stuff, because the only time I don't really agree with the patch nerfs is like when people are not good at the game because the game just came out and then the game was made to be played the whole year that way, but then we nerf it after a week because we didn't get used to the game. You know what I'm saying? That's really what I'm talking about. But if the game is trash or if it's something that's actually broken, then that needs to get patched, nerfed. I'm really more so talking about something that, like shooting. If shooting is too hard the first week, you don't got your badges, I don't know. That I don't really feel like that needs to get fixed, personally. Stuff like that. But this one right here, I don't think he's talking about something like shooting. I'm thinking he's talking about maybe how fast the speed boost is, maybe how certain animations. Maybe he's talking about how crazy the dribbling is. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he's talking about dunking. He could be talking about a lot of things. But he said some stuff is crazy on the game. So we'll see. We'll see. Alright, next we got Koza. Now this is a big one. I'm not gonna lie. This is a big one. Koza said these things after playing NBA 2K26 early at Community Day. So let's go ahead and just pull up the full tweet because he had a lot to say. I'm not gonna lie. Now, if you don't know Koza, he's like he helped with 2K Lab and he like a dribble head. And you know how to dribble. Talking about some things might get patched, man, hell no. That game we played was fun. Emphasis on fun, which is something I really do like to hear. Fast-paced options counters. That sounds good. I want a fun game. It was like a breath of fresh air. It's been years since I had that feeling from 2K. We've been patched year after year. I want a fun game. Don't get this confused with a broken game. Defense felt really nice to counter all the dribbling you'll get to see. Us dribbling in place and labbing with no defender shouldn't lead to things being patched. Now, I'm not gonna lie. This is one of the more hopeful tweets I've seen. Now, I'm thinking I know for a fact he's talking about dribbling here because he's a dribble guy. He's an emphasis on dribbling. He's a dribble first guy. So this sounds like dribbling this year is fast paced. You got a lot of options in terms of how you want to play it and counters. Now, if you play basketball in real life, that's realistic. But also, there's a difference between real life and the game. And it seems like 2K has kind of separated that at a good balance based off this. But he's also saying, I think he's kind of counteracting the last thing I just reacted to with stuff being patch nerfed. Let's let people see the game, because a lot of people that's at the event are good, and a lot of people that's at the event are bad. It's just what it is. So we gotta see how it does look when everybody has the game, I would say. But the whole reason for them being there is to test the game, to make sure that there's things fixed that maybe shouldn't be in the game day one. But we'll see. Us dribbling in place and labbing with no defender shouldn't lead to things being patched. So I'm guessing that they didn't actually play against each other. I don't think they actually played against each other here. But he also said that you could test out defense. But they did have play now, whether it was like quick game with the NBA or quick game with the WNBA. Y'all say it all the time. Let's play the full game first. Let the game develop. Now, I'm going to be honest. That's cool. That let the game play. Let's play the full game first. But like, bro, when people get the game, people going to ask for patches. Like, even when they get the full game. Like, even if it's like a fine game, people going to ask for patches. It's just inevitable. I've seen it too many times. Even on the most perfect 2K games back in like the 17s and 16s. It's just what it is. It just happens every year. Alright, now this is something I recently seen. Post scores might be OP in NBA 2K26. Let's pull up the full tweet. Alright, so statistics says, please go to Time 2K or Hollywood 2K. Who do I go to for post scoring? I was joking with Joey how he didn't self-advertise, but definitely aware on Hollywood. I'll check in on Time as well. I'm trolling them too. They use post scores for the gauntlet. Look, bro, I locked in towards the end. That was the trial run. I don't know how he got post scores or OP from this. Be honest. I don't even know how he could even remotely get that out of this. But this is proof that they did get to play against each other. Some of them did. Some of them may not have did that though. But yeah, I think they had like a logo gauntlet or something. Like I think they did something like that last 2 years. So maybe that's what this is. And they were playing 1v1s against each other. Maybe they're playing 2v2s. I don't know. But yeah. I don't know how he got post scores or OP out of this though. I'm going to be honest. Alright, now this is actually a pretty big one. Now Fanta, I'm going to be honest. I tried to watch this video. It was a little cringe. I can't even cap. It was. But Fanta is like a top guard for the past couple years. I don't know how high he is, but he's definitely one of the biggest, or not biggest. Oh, that was crazy. One of the best guards every year for the past 3 years. Since like 23 for sure. I don't know how much longer, but for sure since 23. Now, here he says, Fanta said this after playing NBA 2K26 at Community Day. The dribbling is good this year. The game speed is faster, and I'm excited. Now, like I said, the video is very cringe to me. I'm not even going to lie. So I'm not going to put the video in the video. But I just want y'all to understand this is kind of what he said. And this was the response. Apparently, 2K Central was saying this was a response to 2K Central. What about this? Certain looks like they're at Community Day when you agree. Now, I'm not gonna lie. Like I said earlier with the pregame Jordan, there was a lot of trolling where it's like some people that was acting like they was at the Community Day but at work, and there's some people that may have been at the Community Day that we don't know if they were or weren't. Now, here, Double H, I don't know if he's at the Community Day or not. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little confused on a lot of it as well. But dribbling is good this year. It's different than dribbling feels just like 2K16, and the game feels better than any 2K I've ever played from people that are just tweeting a bunch of random crazy hype tweets that haven't touched the game. So he's kind of right, but we'll see. Alright, so here we got a pretty important one. Now, Joe Knows got his own little part in the video. I don't know how this happened, but this is only in the video because a lot of these people did post what they're dropping in terms of for when they get the ability to drop their videos. So I wanted that to be understood. So you could use this as everybody. But he had one video that I ain't seen nobody had the opportunity to make. I ain't seen nobody. Joe Knows gets an exclusive one-on-one interview with Mike Wayne at NBA 2K26 Community Day, which will be posted this week. Now we're gonna have another tweet to talk about that he talks about this, but let's go ahead and look at all the stuff that he's gonna be going over in this video. What to expect from me this week, exclusive one-on-one interview with Mike Wayne. Like we just said, gameplay breakdown, builder breakdown, War Park gameplay. So he has part gameplay. So I'm guessing this is the Sunset Beach. To my knowledge, they only had the ability to play Sunset Beach and MyCareer, but they might have been able to actually play in the park. I don't know. That's just to my knowledge. Bron build, KD build, Wemby build, Giannis build, best lockdown builds, best center builds, 6-6 builds, two-way ISO build. Now, if you remember last year, a lot of people was making these videos on the guard builds, like the small guard builds. But listen to what he said. The shortest build he pretty much said here was 6-6 builds. So you could say that he let other people focus on that this year. More so made builds that he would kind of make more so, because Jonos don't really make those smaller guard builds. He's usually like a big guard. That's just usually what he makes. So you could kind of say that's what he did. But you could kind of take this as maybe the small guards ain't really it this year. Swings may be back. I don't know. But yeah, this is kind of something that you can look forward to in terms of the types of videos you're going to be seeing from the creators. And it was a lot. I think this was, I don't know if this was the most creators they ever had, but I did see a tweet that it was like 78. I think Ronnie 2K said that it was 78 or something like that. I don't know if that's, I think he said, I think it's 78. So I don't even know. It's kind of crazy that Ronnie 2K himself don't even know how many people it is, but I digress. All the 2K26 information you could want before launch. I'm off to edit. Lock in with me. Yeah, I guess I didn't have to read that, but let's keep moving. All right, now here, more on the Joe Knows interview with Mike Wang. Joe Knows responds to a comment on his interview with Mike Wang at NBA 2K26 Community Day. And we got the full thing. So he responded to a question. Now, Bobby Brownie, like we seen earlier, he's supposed, or not we seen earlier, I think I seen scrolling that this is a troll. Now, I ain't gonna lie, he brought it to my light about the Uncle Demi thing. I ain't gonna lie, I forgot about that. I don't know if y'all remember, last year Uncle Demi, he accidentally dropped a video early and he leaked a lot of stuff early. Now, I don't know if y'all know this, but they signed an NDA where you cannot do that at all. Like I said, you cannot do that. But the brother is back there again this year. So, I ain't gonna lie, I don't really see why he hating on that part, but I guess that is true. That did happen. I'm not gonna lie. But, so, he was trolling some people on the timeline. Like, you know how these dudes in the chats and stuff like that be trolling? He was on that. But right here, insane. It's not insane, my boy. These guys are not dumb. They know you're not gonna drill them. They're not that. I'm saying you should have to put yourself in that position. You're not a journalist and don't have that edge. For them, it's just a psyop. Well, I think I have a much deeper understanding of 2K than the journalists who just asked the new features. I'm not gonna lie. Complain about somebody that actually plays the game, actually plays the game year in, year out, having an interview with somebody, and then trying to compare that to, like, just think about the people that probably usually are the people that's interviewing these guys. IMG, who gives 2K a 9 out of 10 every year. I'm gonna be honest, that's kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie. So if it's actually nuanced gameplay discussion you're looking for, I'd say my conversation holds much more value than the generic press questions they typically answer. So yeah. Alright, and then we kind of get into the end of this video, adding some more information and detail about some stuff. If you didn't know, I said this earlier in the video. One more time, my team Play Now, Learn 2K, pretty much all the little gameplay videos that we're going to see. You're going to be able to expect that August 22nd, 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Central my time. I'll probably do a stream, react to a lot of stuff that day. Probably do my videos too. But, like I said, we'll see. I think last year this day we actually did get like a lot of that badge requirements, animation requirements on this day as well. But shout out. Then the next day we got the MyPlayer, the MyCareer. So you're gonna see a lot of builds. We're gonna see a lot of build gameplay that day. So yeah, August 23rd. So if you're really interested in all the little dribbling tweets we went over, you can expect some information on that as soon as the 22nd. But yeah, just wanted to make sure that we keep that covered. And in here, if you're even confused on this a little bit, it is a global release this year. To my knowledge, it doesn't matter if you get it on PlayStation, Xbox, PC. Last year, if you got it on PC, you got like a 12-hour head start. This year is supposedly a straight-up global release, no matter what, if you're getting the early access. It all starts on August 29th at 9 p.m. Pacific. So, whatever that is, Eastern, 12 p.m. noon, Central, 11 a.m. It's pretty much all around the world the exact same time. So you don't got the New Zealand method, you don't got none of that. It's all the same time around the entire world, allegedly. Allegedly. All right, now I'm gonna react to this. Hopefully, this is not copyright music in this, but I'm pretty sure it will be. But hopefully, it's not. So let's go ahead and react to this.
We're entering the range where you could hear your name called.
Bet. Okay, everybody remember. I want to hear it on TV first. Okay?
Like I said, this seemed like it was gonna be a movie this year.
Next pick is in.
Moments like this don't just happen.
So this is that's pretty much confirmation that Spike Lee had something to do with it. 2K16. If you know, you know.
With the next pick in the 2025 NBA Draft,
It's finally happening.
I know.
It's surreal.
the Golden State Warriors select
You gotta earn them.
Yeah, I'm 101. Number one. We the best. It's
Okay.
another one.
Kind of got a first glimpse at, like, I guess his high school or
I'm
something.
here bright and early.
Yeah, this gotta be high
Ready to
school.
get my first
Okay,
one.
so we seen this earlier, or yeah, we seen this in some tweets. Yeah, green window, pretty big on jump shots, but this we don't know what difficulty this is. But okay,
Out in. Today, we're going to play Kobe Starks, the highest ranked player in Vermont. But you know me, I'm not afraid of a challenge.
bro, in Vermont.
Hey,
Hey,
how'd it go?
the scout.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. I seen some people trolling about bro having a white girlfriend. That joint had me rolling. I can't cap.
Patient.
No
Bro was
one
talking about the
cares
athletes.
us
All
here.
these
I need
athletes
to
got
be where
these
the
white girlfriends.
competition
People be
is.
too deep in. It's a MyPlayer, brother.
Dion, nice to finally meet you in person, young brother.
You too. This is my first time in LA.
You got a unique chance to do something special.
Okay, this is an interesting court right here.
Waste a second.
Now,
My job.
you see how they playing at all these different courts? Maybe record part in something like this. That would make some sense, but we'll see.
Job at the agency is to identify diamond in the rough talent at a high school level.
You belong back home. You know, slinging breakfast to townies.
This dude seemed familiar, by the way.
Do you realize?
I'm a big believer in ripping the Band-Aid off, so I'm gonna get right to it. The play next year
Okay, hold on.
to it. I'm a big believer in
Okay, this is like our first kind of glimpse at the city. I ain't trying to do too much, but like that's like the first
Ripping
look
the
we kind of
Band-Aid
get
off,
at the
so
city.
I'm gonna get right to it.
You can't see
The play
anything.
next year is Europe.
You have a chance.
Okay, so we gonna be playing in Europe. We not going to college. Okay, we going the LaMelo Ball's route. Okay,
To make your dreams happen. And you owe it to yourself to make it happen.
I said we ain't gonna show no demo of that Europe.
Isn't always easy.
For me, it's just about getting 1% better every day.
Let's hoop.
The road to the top isn't always
Story look tough though. I'm not gonna lie. I can't cap.
Have fun, bro.
but this is where legacy
Story actually look tough.
You are the consensus favorite for Rookie of the Year.
This is our time, our moment, our game, our championship.
Do we get like an actual glimpse of the city or nah? I'm not really expecting
How
to.
do you make yours?
Only thing I haven't really enjoyed about these trailers, a lot of these animations look like the exact same from previous years. I can't lie. Let's skip this.
Most people can only experience this in a train.
Okay, hopefully that doesn't get me righted or nothing. But okay, interesting little trailer. I think MyCareer looked like it's gonna be tough. Only thing I was really interested in was if they did a blog. They didn't really do no blog, but the trailer was pretty good. I can't lie. So shout out to 2K. But yeah, man, that's gonna be the end of this video, man. I'll probably do another video. I'm gonna do a MyNBA video and go over any extra new tweets that go in there. But with that being said, bro, I gotta be honest. I haven't reacted to any of the top 100. So I'll probably react to all the top 100 in that MyNBA video because, you know, all those players will be in the MyNBA. I'm actually interested to see what they do for MyNBA. Maybe that came out today. Maybe that comes out tomorrow. I don't know. But yeah, if y'all do want more of these NBA 2K26 news videos, make sure to like the video. Subscribe if you're new, man. Without further ado, man, it's your boy Fitz. You know what it is, man. I'm out of it, man. Now, I've been letting y'all off for a little while. 90%. Let me say it again. 90% of y'all aren't even subscribed. Now, I've been doing this for a little while now. Y'all, I know y'all mess with the content at this point. So subscribe. Subscribe. It's that simple. If you buying anything on Fortnite, Epic Games Store, use code YaboiFitz. I don't know why I ain't been had this, but yeah.
Tell them to bring me my money. Yeah!